But I tell you what's more interesting to me. You know, I'm always watching the news. So
What?
I was watching it this morning, and how about how everyone was telling us that the caravan's not an invasion?
Yeah, don't touch the
Yeah.
Well,
train. Just
they're
y'all
at
not been
their
throwing bangers.
rallying
Get
at
the
their border, and
electricity
one of the
danger.
caravan members
Stop
takes
your
a
little bitch,
megaphone
you
and
in
is yelling
danger.
in
Yeah,
Spanish.
you in
It's
danger.
what
I
Donald
might
Trump
take a
said
little
is true.
extra
This
danger.
is an invasion,
Moving on
and
the motherfucking
he was
trains and no
in
I throw bangers.
Yeah.
the caravan was rallying behind that, and they're no, that wasn't Mexico saying that. That was the members of the caravan saying that they are an invasion.
Yeah. But now they're not. What they're also what you will not find on CNN or any people against Trump. The fact of the matter is that the people in Tijuana don't want them there. They go back home. They're tired
CNN
of them.
hasn't brought up the caravan at all. As a matter of fact, CNN has been lying to its viewers because CNN's been saying that ever since the midterms, President Trump hasn't spoke about the caravan. But the people who watch Fox know that he hasn't shut up talking about the caravan. But CNN saying that he stopped talking about it and that he was just using it as political game. It's just a shame that CNN, which is supposed to be favoring our country, is hiding things from its viewers. So despicable.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what's even worse? How about this? I turn on my local news channel today, which I don't normally watch local news. You want to know who's at my college down here
Oh
giving a
Jesus.
speech?
Who?
Spartacus himself,
Spark.
Cory
You,
Booker,
Booker? What was Booker doing
down
at?
here. He's down here at the University of Southern Mississippi giving a speech telling them to vote for the Democrat candidate of Mississippi.
Yeah, okay. Tell Booker to go fuck a duck.
And not only is he down here, but you know who else is down here with him?
Clinton?
Not Clinton, but close. Former
Chelsea?
former Vice President Joe Biden.
Oh, I hate that motherfucker.
But you know who's coming down here next week?
Who? Not Bill
President
Clinton.
Trump.
Oh, Trump is coming down there. Not. You should go see him.
I'm definitely going to go see him. I wish I was at USM today so I could question Cory Booker and ask him, all right, so you're trying to tell us that you're going to give us free college. How are you going to pay for it? I want to see if he can give me an answer. But unfortunately, I'm out of town right now in a different section of Mississippi
Oh, that sucks.
because
Cause I would,
I know
I would
no
love
one's
to.
going to challenge him. I would challenge him on everything. I ask questions. I challenge him. I challenge him.
Well, he eventually said, "Well, I got to move on. I got to give other people time to question." And you know, he
I
would
don't
give you those
understand why
bull.
anyone would even listen to this guy after what he did to Kavanaugh.
Well, look at what fucking Ortiz Cortez that cunt. What she's trying to do.
Well, hell, she's part of the, the, the Congress now.
Yeah, but now she's like
And
she
you notice
was.
how stupid she is? She had an interview where she says that we need to take that the progressive need to take all three chambers of Congress, but she changed it really quickly because she noticed how stupid she was and changed it from the two from the three houses of Congress to the three good branches of government because
But
there are
but
only two houses of Congress.
yeah, but now also she was for like she was speaking against her own party when she was trying to
Yep,
get
I
elected.
see that today.
Now
Yep,
all of a sudden
yep,
she's talking about, oh, I got to stand behind my party.
yep. And you know what I think? I think after that sit down that she had in Nancy Pelosi's office, the
Oh, there's this.
establishment showed up and told her,
The
"Look,
flamingo, man.
you get in line, otherwise we're getting you out of here."
Yeah, either they're getting out, or if they can't get her out, what they're gonna do is they'll make it very hard for her. She'll be an outcast.
Yeah, they'll take all her funding away, and if it was up to Hillary, they'd probably put a hitman on her, since most of the people who go against Hillary usually wind up dead somehow.
True.
But let me tell you something about the flamingo man president.
I wish I was at USN right now so that I could be there to look at that pompous ass Cory Booker speak.
Oh yeah, I would love to challenge him on some dumb things.
He's a disgrace to black people. I hate the guy. I really do. Him and Maxine Waters and Al Sharpton. I can't stand.
Oh, Al Sharpton is such a race bait. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah, the biggest racist other than Louis Farrakhan.
Let me tell you something about the flamingo president. When he was elected, right?
But now with all this going on, we got to see what happens with the caravan. Because personally,
well, they put some barbed wire on the border, and
yeah, I seen that.
And so they're supposed to help stop these things, but with the law that President Trump has changed, it's going to make it harder for them to get in because we're not going to be doing catch and release, it's catch and detain. So it's going to be interesting because there's already
Yeah, but the problem is it's going to still cost us money.
Yeah,
Why
there's
these Democrats still talking?
at our border right now, and there's still an estimated 5,000 to 10,000 still coming.
Hey,
And we know now for certain that more than 500 of them are gang members. We know that, and most of them are criminals, but we know for that specifically 500 or more are gang members, including MS-13.
now what I would do if I was President Trump, like I'd be watching this, and then I would give it some time, see what happens. Then, if they're not going to let up, I would make it where I would tell the troops, tell them in Spanish, in every language, that if anybody jumps on the border, we will consider it an invasion, a threat to our way of life, and invaders will be shot and killed.
Matt really don't like Mexicans. That's crazy.
You know what I think, Matt Super? I think this would be a more civil approach to it. I think that we must do something like that. We need the people to rally behind it. And I think there's only one way for that to happen, and that is to force the Democrats and places like CNN to report it. And I think
The problem with that is CNN won't report it.
This is what I think. The only way he can do this is if he goes down there to the border himself at Tijuana and have an open press conference down there and have CNN there and have Jim Acosta.
No, you think Jim Acosta will go down to the border? No, because they know that ploy and they would see that. No, they wouldn't go down there. They would miss that one.
Yeah, I know.
Are y'all oldies done talking about the president crap?
Now, I would, so now, personally, because now, yes, you need the people behind you to be able to do what I just said. Fuck it, you're invading, fuck it, kill you. Because you know what? Enough's enough. What are you going to do? You're going to let them just, because you know what's going to happen? More people are going to, get there. There's going to be 5,000, 7,000, 8,000 people. And then what are you going to do? We either have to shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, because we have so much problems right now. Just a few minutes ago on the news, another shooting in Chicago. This time at Mercy Hospital. we have so much more going on in our that we have to take care of. We have no obligations to take care of these people.
No, we don't. We do not have to. They're coming here illegally. We have no obligation to help them or whatsoever. Fuck them. I'd let them starve. I wouldn't give a fuck. Fuck you.
Yo, so
Now,
I wouldn't give them
now,
a damn thing.
yeah. Personally, the adults, I wouldn't give a fuck. The kids, they got no choice, so I would help the kids. Kids would get
I
food.
don't even know about that, because when it comes down to it, and when it comes down to warfare, they use children. I wouldn't help the children either, because they have to have an incentive to take their children home. And if we feed the children, that they've won, because the children will just give the food to the adults.
True. Yeah, so, there are no rules in war when you break it down to it.
yeah, when the Flamingos took over the United States, it was a big deal.
Now, you see, it's a hard thing for Trump because he's right in the fucking middle. He's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't.
Well, it's not. It's damned if he doesn't and doesn't. But hell, if he doesn't do anything, the Democrats are going to be happy. But the people are going to be furious. And I'll tell you what: if this invasion is allowed to happen, you're going to see how much the people really enjoy their Second Amendment freedom. Especially down in South Texas, not going to fly there anymore. They're going to take things into their own hands.
Yeah, when Flamingo butt raped Trump.
Now the whole thing with Trump is that he's got to see what the Republican Party will back him up on as well.
Well, he's been tweeting as usual, but there has to be something passed. They have to have something passed. If something doesn't get passed, I think the president either has to do an executive order, or he has to deploy the full force of the military.
Yeah.
I need more, man. Everybody, yeah, cuz.
Anyway, so when Trump died,
Now,
God.
if he can deploy the full force of the military,
Can the Flamingo talk?
now when he deploys the full military, because I think eventually he's going to have to, and then the military's got to do what they got to do, and I would send Mad Dog down there. That's it. Do what you and I tell him, do what you got to do.
This is what I do, because I want to keep casualties to a minimum. What I would do is I take 50,000 of our troops, have them on the border, make a literal human shield. We have the invasion outnumbered. Just push them back, push them out of our country.
Yeah, but the problem is we would have to get the okay from the Mexican government for our troops to be able to push them back. See, that's what I would do with Trump.
Because the border is because they haven't crossed our border. We wouldn't need the Mexican permission to do that. We will be able to just keep them out until the Mexicans get tired of it, and then their government forces them out. Because the Mexican people don't want these people there. They've been protesting, trying to get the Mexican government to get rid of these migrants.
That's why, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? He's saying Mexicans will still win, whatever. Fuck it. Shoot them. Now they don't win. Now you're dead. Done. Call it a day. I let them climb the wall. I'm like, and I would tell them in Spanish, I'm telling you right now, we're going to let you climb the wall. If you put your foot on fucking U.S. soil without going through the proper channels, you will be shot. You see how many
we're at a precipice right now where we really don't have that many options left. I mean, what else can we do? We don't
Yeah.
have enough jail space to hold them. We don't
No,
have
we
enough
don't.
places to detain them while they're going through asylum things for more than 10,000 people, and up to 500 of them that we know are known gang members.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Because
what are we supposed to do? Just
this
let
is
them
what
come
this is
in?
what's going to happen if we do what I say, or even because other people have said this too. But if we go with my way and let them come in, they're going to see people get shot after shot after shot, and these motherfuckers are going to start thinking, saying, "Hey, I don't want to be shot." Now, yes, there will be repercussions that CNN, oh, look what Trump is doing. He's murdering innocent migrants. And, no, he's not murdering innocent migrants. He's actually killing invaders. And he's not, you know what? He's protecting the country. Fuck him.
It's really, I mean, this is really the I say that this is a bigger problem than North Korea, especially after how President Trump has handled North Korea, where we barely even hear anything about North Korea anymore.
Yeah, no, North Korea is taken care of. Look, as much as Kim Jong-un, or little, Rocket Man as he calls him, as much as nutty as he is, he knows he's got no shot against us.
Yeah.
In truth, he knows.
But here's the thing. When it comes to people invading our country, these immigrants, these migrants who are invading our country, which is what it is, an invasion.
No, let's talk about, let's say, illegals.
Yeah, illegals. No, wait, because they changed it to where we can't call them illegals. We have to call them migrants. But I'm going to call them illegals because that's what they are. These illegal immigrants who are invading our country through threats of violence and calling themselves an invasion force by their own word of mouth. It's not like we've doctored the tape. This is what they said in Spanish. You can go look at the tape on YouTube, on CNN. I don't think you can find it on CNN, but you can find it on ABC. I know that much for sure. And Fox, of course. But look, these people have been invading our country in numbers much larger than even terrorist groups like ISIS and Al Qaeda, and they're picking us off because we don't have any laws to prevent it until President Trump got in office. I mean, these MS-13 people have been murdering people, and the MS-13 typically targets our law-abiding immigrants, the ones who came here illegally. They typically harm those people. And if we're supposed to be so compassionate to immigrants, we should be compassionate to the ones that have come here illegally, who have been persecuted by these MS-13 people that they migrated here to avoid.
Well, they know that. See, MS-13 targets the illegals for a reason, because they know they're illegal. So now what happens is they know illegals are afraid of the cops, and they'll be afraid to get deported, so they don't say shit. And it shows you how much of a coward they truly are. You think you're a badass group because you're targeting helpless people? How about you target our military? Let's see how fucking fast you go down now, motherfucker.
Yeah,
our law enforcement, police.
I believe we have to employ non-lethal methods first. Tear gas, beanbag guns, whatever you need to do to repel them. But if repelling them through non-lethal means does not work, then there's only one option left on the table. Unfortunately, it will be a massacre.
Hey, you know what? I'm all for it. You know what? You happen to be right on that. You got to do non-lethal enforcement first, and like you said, if it don't work, that's it. You know what? I get the machine guns out. Now you can't shoot them on the Mexican side because that's not our part of the country. So okay, fine. I'd let them climb over. Fuck it.
Hell, I think the Mexican citizens would help us because they don't like these people. They want them gone.
Yeah. So now what happens is you climb over, you're getting shot. And I would warn them. When I'm ready to do it, I would say, I'd have loudspeakers and everything. That's it. Boom. You're dead. Once you put that little pinky, I don't care, it's a pinky toe. The first pinky toe that steps on U.S. soil, you're gone.
I would employ massive fear tactics. Have a heavy artillery there. The larger we make the threat of entering the border seem, the more likely we are to have people turn back. If we have anti tank weapons there, if we have tanks there, if we have armor piercing artillery there, big guns there.
Oh yeah,
I think it would do a lot
choppers.
to scare them from coming across, because we have to have fear mongering. I think that would be a big benefit.
Oh yeah, because what are they gonna do? Throw rocks at the fucking tanks? Tanks will run them over. So. And supposedly, not supposedly, but I think they know for a fact that some of them are carrying weapons. The gang members.
Absolutely.
And
they've already assaulted.
Leo, get the fuck off my live, bitch!
I just don't see how the Democrats can defend this behavior. But I don't understand the Democrat Party today anyway.
The Democrat Party's always been fucked up, but not like this fucked up. At least the Democratic Party, when I was a kid, yes, they had their differences with the Republicans, but they had more tendency to try to work together. Nowadays,
the Democrat Party, like you said, the Democrat Party that I supported, that I read in history books under people like FDR, was the party that I was raised to believe was the party of the people. But when you peel back the veil of corruption that has been covered, and all you see is the corruption and the evil of the Democrat Party.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I don't trust the Democrats not one bit. You can't. I'm not saying there's not corruption on the Republican side too. There's corruption on all sides.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But this election here that we had, midterm election, brought out a lot of shit that you seen that the Democrats are willing to do. Even the election.
And you know what I love, Matt Super?
Even the 2016 election.
I love how the liberals and the people who don't understand like to try to play it as if we're against Mexicans. The immigrants that are flooding our country are not Mexican citizens. They come from Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras. These places are the murder capitals and crime capitals of the world. Even they commit more crime and murder in El Salvador and Guatemala than anywhere else on the planet, including the Middle East. But they constantly like to say that we're pinning our supposed hatred and racism towards Mexicans, with the Mexican citizens. It's all about the people coming through the Mexican border into our country, which most of them are not Mexican. They are from El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. These massive drug cartels, all
Right, we finna take over, man. We finna take over for the NBA, dog.
But people thinking they're going to take over, they're going to get wiped.
And then they say that, then they say, what about the Arabs? Okay, they say, what about the Arabs? Well, what about President Trump putting that ban on Arab nations from coming into the country? The Democrats said that wasn't okay, but President Trump passed it anyway, and we've seen a decrease in terroristic activity from Arabs in our country since then as well.
Yeah, but they don't want to admit that. They don't want to. You think CNN will openly admit that? Hell no. Even if they
And
do
then,
truly believe it, they wouldn't admit it.
and then with the reform that's happening in the Saudi kingdoms right now with their new crown prince, who I who I don't believe had any involvement in the killing of that man, and I don't really care about the killing of the man either. He's not American; it doesn't matter to me. But he, underneath his leadership, since he's been the crown prince, he's changed the laws of the Saudi kingdom so rapidly. Women able to drive, receive education. They've changed some of the laws that prevent them from killing people in mass like they used to, and it's all because of President Trump's negotiations with the Saudi king.
Yeah, you see, and I liked how
Bizarre better get his crazy ass back.
like Obama was saying, what's he have a magic wand? He's going to make deals and this, that. Yeah, you talk. That's how you make things happen. You talk. He might have his so-called charisma and a very maybe a well-liked president, or I personally I don't think I question his citizenship still, but he might have the likes, but he had no negotiation skills, none whatsoever. Obama.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not. I never was a big fan of President Obama anyway. I say he's a likable person, but after you see the scope of what he's actually done, it's hard to like him because what he's actually done was cripple us, put us at a disadvantage towards our enemies. He gave basically
He
terrorist
basically
organizations the money to challenge us. He opened our borders up and depowered our military so that we have things like this invasion coming into our country. He crippled us and made us a laughing stock.
well, now with Trump in the in the reins, it's a whole different ball game now, and and they're not liking it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As President Trump says, we are being respected again. It is because of President Trump that we have been able to basically eliminate terrorism in the Middle East because of his negotiations with the Saudi Empire, because the Saudi Empire is the only empire that is strong enough to detain terrorism in the Middle East, because for the longest time they've been the biggest funders of the terrorism in the Middle East, including Iran. And with the Saudi Empire on our side, we we have now someone in place that can put an end to that entire thing in the Middle East, and we don't have to waste money and bloodshed there anymore. We've eliminated um, the threat of ISIS. We eliminated the threat of the reoccurring Al Qaeda and Taliban thanks to that Moab. We've eliminated so many things in that area, and then when we come over to our side of the country, we still have to deal with this thing on the southern border, and we've paid tons of money to Guatemala and Honduras and El Salvador, trying to get them to increase their economy so that the people will stop
Yeah,
flooding
but
into our country.
the
But it's been
problem
going
is,
towards drug cartels.
yep, I was about to say, all that money we're giving them, you're thinking they're helping their citizens? No, they're giving it to the drug cartels. This, that, bribery.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened with when President Obama gave $150 billion to the Iranians. It went directly to Hezbollah and the Taliban. And Hezbollah is one of the biggest drug um, cartels in not Honduras, in Iran, and in the Middle East. And then, of course, the Taliban being the largest terrorist organization.
You know, so yeah, it's questionable. What Obama did during his tenure, which he didn't do jack shit. And people are saying, and I love
Obama
how
just made everything worse. That's the thing. He did stuff. He did things, but everything he did made us worse.
and people say, well, he did get Osama bin Laden. You know what? That's just being in the right time at the right place. Being in the right place at the right time.
This is the thing. I've always agreed with President Trump when he said this. Why did it take Obama so long to get Osama? We've known where Osama was many times, and Obama told them to do nothing. And the military was really frustrated because they had several opportunities to take out Osama and his son, but because of Obama, they couldn't do it. It wasn't until finally, when Obama was losing support with the people, he let them go ahead and take out Osama. And then not only did he let them take out Osama, he didn't even let us verify the body before he dumped them. But unfortunately, we do know that it was the body, but he didn't even let us verify that the body was Osama's.
You know, that's where I would see personally. Like if it was Trump, he would have made sure that he would have gave the order earlier. He would have verified the body, and I would have put that motherfucker's head on a stick and shit down his throat with a pork chop.
Oh, the pork chop. But it's you see, under Obama, we lost military funding tremendously. More than 60% of the military budget was cut thanks to Obama. Under Obama,
Wait, hold on, wait. Something with Superman, whatever Super saying. Obama ran this USA right, New Yorker. He did not. He ran it shit. Obama was the worst president since Jimmy Carter. That's a fact.
I say Jimmy Carter was a better president than Obama, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, but they're saying he's worse than Jimmy Carter now. How can you be worse than Jimmy Carter? He didn't know, Jimmy Carter, another likable guy, but his tenure, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, in the last 40 years, the best president that the Democrats have had has been their most controversial president, and that was Bill Clinton.
Hey, Super Saiyan, I don't give a fuck about his hair. Who gives a fuck? Run the country. That's what I care about. See, that's why you guys are fucked up, because you can't. You can't spute facts against Trump, so you go after his hair, you go after his family, you go after even his 11-year-old son. What type of person goes after another guy's child?
Pedo Swag.
Well, that and Pedo Slayer. But you guys can't even stay and just go after him. Try to debate.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every time something
Okay,
happens,
hey, Mimi, you say fuck Trump, but the economy's doing better under Trump than it was Obama. Obama's saying the new growth rate was it was going to be no more than 2%, and yet we have 4.2%.
Black deaths have been at a decrease this year, actually. It's thanks to the fact that President Trump.
You know what, Tapu? Maybe his personality is a little off whack, but you know what? He has the right idea. You can't be nice when it comes to being president. You got to have the cojones.
I like President Trump's personality personally.
I do. He's straightforward.
He speaks the language of the people. I mean,
yes.
He talks like we do. Obama was a person. Look, if you want to take it to a biblical sense, which I don't want to, but they say in the Bible it says that the most dangerous weapon was the human tongue. In psychology, we say the same thing. That the human's ability to speak is the worst weapon that we have. And Obama was a man who had a very good political approach to speaking, but he had a silver tongue that could cut through heaps and mounds. But what was happening when he spoke around the issue. He just moved his tongue from one side of his mouth to the other and left the big heaping mound of castor oil on the other side.
Yeah, because he wowed them, and they forgot about what they were there to listen. So now he just dazzled them, so the people forget, instead of, answering the question, hey, no, you didn't answer my question. How are you going to fix Social Security? What are your plans on? Yeah, I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. No, that's why
I mean, when you look at any of Obama's press conferences or speeches that he's had, and people ask him questions directly, he never actually answers the question. He
No,
usually speaks around the question and then
but
ends it with
you
a
ever
similar
see
statement to the
him?
question.
You ever see Obama? See, personally, Obama's really not a good speaker if you think about it. I will say Trump's a better speaker than Obama, and I'll show you how.
I
Can
say
Obama?
Trump's better too.
Because this is how I'm going to show you how Trump's a better speaker, and Trump's a better speaker where if you take away the teleprompts and everything, Obama's like, that's all you hear with Obama. Where Trump, he
Yeah.
can speak.
Yeah, Trump doesn't usually need to speak the teleprompter, but the reason why I say Trump's a better speaker than Obama doesn't come down to the tone, but it comes down to how. Trump is a concise speaker and gets to the point. Obama, it takes him hours to get through with anything. By the time you're done talking to Obama, you're about to be asleep. President Trump gives you 5 answers and one.
Oh, wait. Hold on. He's saying, Mimi's saying Trump don't like black people. Yet, Trump don't like black people, but yet black unemployment is at an all-time record low within, 40 years? 60 years?
Not only that, it's in history. Black unemployment is the lowest in history. Black employment is at the highest it's ever been in the history of the country. Not only that, but thanks to President Trump, we are about to pass into law a bill of prison reform, which will greatly impact the lives of black people. To get so many black people out of prison, where they have been spending most of their life, especially black men, it's going to be tremendous.
Well, it's a shame here.
President Trump has been has hired tons of black people over his lifetime, and not to mention also, in addition to that, President Trump has met with several black people, especially, and I'll throw out a big name of one of the black people that President Trump has met with, and actually seeks his counsel whenever he does an issue that affects the black community. It's Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson, the creator and founder of BET. President Trump speaks to him on a regular basis.
Because here, think
about something in his administration that's going to impact black people.
Mimi, I hate to inform you of this, but King is actually black.
I'm as black as black can be. Unless I turn my hand over, then it's a little white.
Let's put it this way. He's so black in dark, I can't play hide and go seek with him. The only way I'll find him is if he smiles. And I'm not even trying to be racist.
I'm not that black, Master. You got some people that are so black that they're purple.
Purple, yes. I've heard that. I have a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine that I went to grammar school with. He's that way. You're talking about me and Trump. Okay. But yet you have King here who's just stated facts about Trump and everything, and he's black. Our man is Puerto Rican, and he stated facts about Trump. And he's not white.
You know, the thing is they like to say that he's a racist all the time. But when you look at Trump's employment history, he has to be one of the least racist businessmen in American history because of how he hires minorities more than.
Yeah. What about women? He hires women. They're saying he's sexist, but yet he's hiring. He has more women in power.
High-ranking positions than any other president has. I mean, Kellyanne Conway, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And not to mention, if you take a look at President Trump's business life, he had mainly women running his businesses, such as his private airport was run by a woman. His business secretary was run by a woman. The CEO of his country, of his company, was a woman. I mean, he has many councils that are women.
Let's see, blacks all-time high. What you ghetto say about the New Yorker? What?
What did he say? Trump's
love Democrats like Obama because they sugarcoat everything.
Black people have actually died less under President Trump than they did under President Obama, and it's because not because of anything specifically that President Trump has done, but it's mainly because of the cops refuse to help black people anymore, because every time that they try to do anything, and when the full story isn't out there, they get called racist, and so police just don't go into to help them anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't. That's why you
But
see
now,
black people killing police officers, but at the same time, black people are dying less at the hands of police officers, though the black death rates amongst black people killing themselves have increased because the law enforcement's not there to stop them anymore.
Democrat killed Abe too.
Well, the
Obamacare is
Democrats created the
legal
KKK,
slavery.
so
I am a fascist. Let me see. How exactly is it slavery?
Obamacare is technically legal slavery, and I can understand why he says that, because it forces you to do something like slavery did. But
Yes.
thanks to President
But
Trump, that
force
was eliminated thanks to the
Yeah.
tax
Yeah.
cuts. But this
they're
is what
saying
I
that
fear.
they're saying that Obamacare helped many people. But you know what? It hurt a lot of people too, because now here, you, if anybody, you can explain it better than anybody, because you sold that bullshit. You had no choice.
I've been explaining it for years.
Yeah.
But, the reason why it hurt so many people was because of one specific policy that Obama put into it. He could have kept this policy out of it, and it would have been much better. But there's a lot of other things that he could have changed in it too. But this one thing, the individual mandate, which Obamacare, which is calls it, they don't call it the individual mandate, they call it the shared responsibility penalty or the shared responsibility fee. And if you are able to afford insurance and don't have insurance, you have to pay a fee up to 2.5% of your household income, or you pay roughly $2,000 per person in your household.
But that's forcing people to get something that they don't want. And then what about people who can't,
That's the reason why I jacked the prices up, because there was no incentive for you to go with a cheaper thing. And so when the companies dropped out, they rose the prices to whatever they wanted to, and you had no choice but to get them, or you had to pay the fee.
The fine.
And then if you lied to get a tax credit, because most people don't qualify for the tax credit, it's mainly the middle class that qualify for the tax credit. People in poverty don't qualify for a tax credit which is the Obamacare. They don't qualify for it at all, but they lie to qualify for it. And
hey,
then when it comes time to file taxes, they've got to pay
Super Saiyan, what do you mean Trump's letting cops kill black people? No. How is Trump killing black people? In what way? Do I tell a black person to go out and rob somebody, and then when they're robbing someone's house and the person legally has the right to shoot them, it's their fault? Is it my fault? Is it Trump's fault that a black person goes out and robs somebody or has a gun pointed at a cop and the cop has to save his life? He has a tenth of a second to think. It's either him or the guy. You know what? There's an old saying, Super saying.
We had a shooting today in my own state, Mississippi, not too far from where I live, and it was a black man went into a pawn shop and was intending to rob the pawn shop, but the pawn shop owner had a gun and shot and killed the man. But we also had a murder, which happens to be in the area that I'm in right now. They found a guy who confessed to being the murderer of the serial murderer of the area that I'm staying in right now. And they've been looking for him for a long time. And he's a black man too, which is disappointing to me to find out that he was a black man. I thought he was going to be white, but he was an older black man.
Now let's put it this way. Now, to be a cop today is fucked up. You couldn't pay me enough to be a cop. If I was a cop today, I'm telling you this right now, is that I'd rather take my chances in court. And here's an old saying, Mimi. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Better him than me.
See, I have a good friend. He's a police officer, or he was a police officer before he decided to just quit. But it's because the police officers, they don't receive any respect for what they have to do.
Okay, wait.
And
You know
the
what?
training regime they have to go through is rigorous.
He's not a pedo because you have no proof he's a pedo. And Mimi, let me ask you this one here, Mr. So-called you-know-everything. Why is it that in the black community that 70% of violent crimes are committed by black people and 50% are repeat offenders? Explain that to me. And they only make up 13% of the population here in the United States. Explain that to me.
Well, I can give you the exact answer.
No, but I want to see if he got it. I know you got the answer because you're up there. But I want to see if Mimi Gang has the answer. Explain it to me. Enlighten me.
Of course, they'll never get.
Come on, Big Mouth. You've been typing saying Trump's this, Trump's that. I asked you a question. Let's see if you got something. Put up or shut up.
Can you hear me?
Who's this?
This is DBZ.
Okay, DPZ. But I want to see if Mimi has something. Give me 1 second. No. I'm not mad. You can call him whatever you want. He's not a pedo. You want to think he's a pedo? That's fine. But I asked you a question, gang. Why is it that 70% of violent crimes are committed by black people and 50% of that are repeat offenders? Answer that question.
50% of violent crimes.
Is it 50 now?
Yes,
okay.
50% of violent crimes are committed by African Americans. It's 70% of all homicides are committed by illegal immigrants.
Yeah, y'all going by percentages, but I'm going by
percentage. But they only make up 13% of the population. Why is it that most of them in jail?
Put it this way: how many black people are going to school killing people and walking out the door?
But that's a very small percentage.
Black people and walking out the door. Okay, explain that. Why can white people go in a church and kill black people and walk out the door and the police don't kill them? Explain that. And why a black man riding down the street, get pulled over, smash out a car, and get shot behind the head for no fucking reason?
Because you're saying that you're saying there's no reason, but there is a reason.
The police can violently assault black people. They do it constantly.
No, they do not.
Why is that? I am so tired of that white motherfucker is driving me sick. Every time I go down the street, I get pulled over because I'm black.
You're full of shit.
You do that to a white
You're full of
shit. You go out there, pull him out of the car,
I don't believe
kill him. I would love to see that. Or like, for instance, I'm gonna tell you one thing. For instance, last week in Cleveland, right? Put it this, look it up, call it whatever you want. Look it up. YouTube it.
No.
They pulled that Puerto Rican out his car, was gonna beat him down, right? Right in the Puerto Rican neighborhood, and then all the motherfucking Puerto Ricans came out their houses, and what happened? They stopped in their fucking tracks because all the Puerto Ricans pulled out their guns and was ready to pop them. And what happened to the police? They dipped out. What happened? They didn't want to fight. They didn't want to square up or nothing. They left. But you bring these motherfuckers to a black neighborhood and you do that dumb shit and you kill us. Why is that?
No.
Okay, let me. What happens? I'm gonna tell you what happens.
When we tell you to lay down on the ground.
When we start fighting back and start killing motherfuckers. And then y'all stopped shooting blacks after that. It calmed down for 3 months out of the summer 2 years ago, right? Y'all showing the white cops holding black kids, hugging them, kissing them. And then when the shit calmed down again, y'all motherfuckers start killing motherfuckers all over again. All blacks. Every time you look on TV. A black motherfucker that killed. Killed all the time for nothing. Kids get killed. All the time. Why is that?
Bullshit.
The ass opened his mouth and said, cops can kill at will. Blacks. But now
No,
the blacks
Trump
are
didn't
fighting
say
back.
kill blacks
Why
at will. Get out
aren't
of
we
here.
out here killing white folks? Or why aren't you out there killing the motherfucking Arabs that came into your country, took all your gas stations over? Remember, it used to be all white and black in this country. Remember that? White, black, Puerto Ricans, and Chinese, is right? You let the motherfucking
No,
Arabs
I
come
don't
over
mind.
here.
No,
with their
I don't
own
mind
words,
people
let
coming.
the
No, I
media
don't care
blew
what
your
color
fucking
you are.
tires up.
You come.
You
No,
went
you
to
come
New
in
York,
here.
blew your
You come
tires
in here
up.
legally. That's fine.
Remember that? But you seem to forget about that. You just seem to forget about that, right? How
You
he
know
came
what?
over there and blew your shit up on
Now
9/11?
you're all the way
Don't try
down.
to
Now
explain
you
away
can
from
put
that
yourself
shit.
on
What about
ignore.
that? What
Because
about
you
that?
don't want me.
Explain
You
it.
just want to
Explain
keep
it.
talking.
Explain it.
Now you're all the way
Explain
down,
it.
asshole.
Explain it. Explain it then. Explain it. Why y'all letting them fucking Arabs come over here and take over the jobs? Every time you pick up the phone, what do you hear? An Arab. Every time you go to go in the store, what do you hear? An Arab. They own it all, and they said they're gonna kill every motherfucking here. And I can tell you a fact about that. My uncle was over there in Saudi Arabia. They captured 12 motherfuckers. They was white and they was black. 3 of them was black. You know what they did to white folks? You know what they did? They capped them. They told the black folks,
Because you say it
don't belong
doesn't
in
mean
this
it's
war.
so,
This ain't
gang.
your
You
war.
gotta have
Start
proof on
walking.
that
So
one.
they let the blacks go walk. They kept the white ones and killed them. They said, we ain't coming to kill the blacks, we came to kill the whites. Them the ones y'all should be worried about. Them the ones y'all be keeping an eye on. They're the only people I know in this country that can sit behind the counter with guns on their hips and sit there with AK-47s. But y'all worried about Mexicans? Mexicans? What the fuck can they do to us? They ain't never did nothing to the United States. All they do is come over here and get side shitty ass jobs where ain't nobody gonna be out and pick the
Oh
cotton
man,
field.
how you doing?
Nobody. That's
I'm
what I'm
listening
talking
to
about.
this
They came over here and
moron
took all the
talk.
jobs. But you don't want to see that.
He's saying that
How
Trump
many
is
Arabs
allowing
you see out
cops
there as
to
a
kill
cop?
black people.
How many you see Arabs out there as a cop? How
Alright,
many Arabs
number
you see
one,
getting violated with
alright,
anything? Anything. You don't see it happen. It's always a black man. It's always a
Thunder
black. It's always a
Throw,
black man
Thunder
fault.
Throw. Can you relax a second, Thunder
It's
Throw?
always a black man fault. That
He
shit
won't
is
even.
always fault.
He won't give you a minute to talk.
Yeah, I
Thunder
shouldn't.
Throw, Thunder Throw.
Because
You
you know
said
I'm right.
that. No, you're wrong.
I ain't wrong.
Yeah, you
I'm
are
getting tired of getting pulled
100%
over all the
wrong.
damn time just because I work. What kind of shit is that? I can't walk down the street because I work? Because I'm black?
You don't get pulled over.
Man,
You
motherfucker,
don't.
please. You don't know where I live.
Nah,
I
you
work
don't
every
get pulled
day.
over.
I
You're
run around
lying.
with 24-inch rims because I afford it and I
You
work. I got a
don't.
good ass
You
job and I
don't
can do
get
that,
pulled
but yet I
over.
get pulled over just because
You
I ride
don't
through a
get
white
pulled over.
neighborhood?
You don't.
What kind of
You
shit is
don't get
that?
pulled over. You're
Oh, you
just
can't
a
be black then. You ain't black. I know
just
you
a
ain't.
victim
You
of
ain't
the
from my hood. I know you
society.
ain't. I know where I'm from.
What hood are
I
you
came
in?
here, I worked, I went to school,
What
and got educated,
hood
I
are
still
you
get bullied
in?
by the police. You see it
Yo,
all
you
the
don't
time
sound
on
like you
TV
educated.
everywhere.
You don't sound like you
Now
educated.
you know there's only a small percentage of cops that are bad. The majority of them are good.
Oh, well, bring your ass to Cleveland and find out. Bring your ass down here to Cleveland and find out, okay? And then make it so bad. Ride your ass through Avon Lake and you black.
Alright,
And you will
why
find out
don't you
real quick.
relax?
You will find
Why
out real
don't you
quick. Ride through a
relax?
white neighborhood in
Why
Avon
don't you
and you black.
relax?
That's all
Let
you
the
got to do.
Owlman
That's all
let
you
the
got to do. And now
Owlman break
prove me
it
wrong.
down while you're
Prove me
stupid.
wrong. Prove me wrong.
I'm
You
proving
can't.
you wrong if you
You can't.
shut the fuck up.
You
If you
can't.
shut
You
the
can't.
fuck up, I'll
You
prove you
can't. You can't
wrong.
prove me wrong because I know I'm right. I know where I'm
Alright,
from.
then
Go
shut
through
the
Cleveland,
fuck up.
ride in your crib, and go
Shut
through
up,
Avon Lake,
eat a
West Lake,
pickle
and North
sandwich,
Olmsted,
and
white
shut
person
up.
neighborhood like that, that's rich, and you will see how quick your ass get pulled over. You just black ass wannabe nigga. You ain't nothing to me. Nothing. Nothing, motherfucker. You ain't nothing.
Silence. You're a
You can't
moron.
silence me. I can silence
No,
you.
you are
That's
silenced.
it. All I gotta do.
You just
No,
said
you
the
can't silence
majority
because
people.
you're a fucking moron that won't give people a chance to speak.
He
Let the
just
owl
said
man
the
speak and
majority.
he'll present his evidence to you. You might learn something.
You just said the majority of the people that answer the phone are Arabs. Well, they're called Arabs. And they're not Arabs. They are Indians from India, okay? The people that you got, the telemarketers, those are India. It's not fucking Arab countries. So go ahead. What other facts did you have to say? And number two, do you know who kills more black people? White cops or black cops? Black cops kill more black people than white cops. That's a statistic fact. So how is Trump telling black cops to kill black people? Oh, you ain't got shit to say now, you dumb motherfucker. What else you got to say?
He left the room, I think. Yep.
Yep. It's because they don't understand facts. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, if he wanted to say that the Arabs are the problem, do you know who let in more Arabs in the country in recent years than anyone else? It wasn't
Obama.
President Trump. Obama let in more than 500,000 Arab refugees into the country, even though we knew that some of them may have been ISIS related.
Yeah, but that's retarded for him to say that the majority of telemarketers that you speak to on the phone are Arabs when they are clearly from India, Sri Lanka, and shit like that. That's just fucking retarded to say that they're fucking Arabs and they're Arabs taking over the country.
You want to know why?
No.
The Indians are the ones that pick up the phone most of the time.
Because Obama outsourced the jobs to India. That's why.
Yeah. But the main reason is because India's native language now is English, because of how much American jobs they get. They've been incentivized to learn English, and so their native language is English. So that's why we hear them all the time. And the people who are at the gas stations, they aren't Arab. The majority.
No, they're not.
Indian.
And then here's another fact. Here's another fact. But here's another fact. Obama said that the jobs are not going to come back to America, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know where you're going.
But didn't Apple just commit to the United States $100 billion?
No, $400 billion. Apple.
$400 billion.
Apple just hit $1 trillion in net income for the first company to reach $1 trillion on the New York Stock Exchange.
Wow.
And King, you would know better than me. How much is Boeing committed to the United States? Boeing Air. Boeing Air. How much did they just commit to the United States?
Geez, I can't remember, but I know it was more.
50 billion. 50 billion.
50 billion, the Boeing Air Company? Yeah. And, you know, we have seen so much records in the Dow Jones. This is how we know the economy is doing well. When the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, when these things do well, that shows you just how much money is pouring into the country. October, historically, has always been a significant drop in loss for the stock market. Under President Trump, October hit all-time record highs for the first time in the history of the country.
Wow, that's amazing.
But you want to know one thing? Since the Democrats have taken back the House, the stock market has been at a steady decline. It lost 500 points today, and that the reason being is because of the Democrats' plan. They announced it too early. They want to change the rules in the House to make it easier to raise taxes on the top 20%, and that has affected the market, because now they see that they're going to be closing in, and they're going to have to pay more taxes for more stuff. So they've begun to close in things, but the market is still adjusting and still growing because of the talks that are in progress with China. Because China keeps coming back and forth to the table. They keep on saying that they're willing to do this and willing to do that. But President Trump still won't sign a negotiation because he's waiting for them to concede more. Because they conceded. He's already said this in an interview with Chris Wallace on Sunday. He said this, that the Chinese have already given up most of what he wanted them to do. But he still feels that they're not ready and that they can give up more. And we haven't given anything, and we're still waiting to put on the extra $287 billion worth of tariffs that we have on them. Because right now we have $250 billion of tariffs compared to the China's, $500 billion tariffs that they have on us, and we have $287 billion ready to drop on them, and if they don't come to the table, and that's why China is conceding while we aren't giving up anything.
And now the Democrats want to fuck with American, Mexican, Canadian deal. They want to fuck with that shit. All three countries benefit from this shit.
Yeah, they want to ruin that. Mexico is becoming real good because of the deal. It's going to
My dogs.
immigration that we received extra because Mexico's going to be
My dog CJ. Ha 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 ha. Hey baby, you okay?
Milk or dairy tax. Since we get to Canada, that tax has been reduced to